So I wanted to jump on here. I'm just now leaving work and kind of give you an update to last night. I'm going, that's obviously you're going to be watching right now. I wanted to post this a little bit early just because I didn't want this to be in kind of a fun, lighthearted video. But as you will see, there was a shooting by my house at the mall, and for about 20 minutes, trying to figure out, make sure all my family, my, really good close friends were safe. Everybody was safe, but I could not get a hold of my mom for like 20 minutes when this first started out. And while I didn't think, like I said, you'll see in this video, I didn't think she was there, but you just never know. Like, there's all kinds of restaurants and stuff. So, pardon me for adjusting this a little bit. So I just wasn't sure. I couldn't get a hold of her. I couldn't get a hold of my brother. And so I was just nervous, you'll see, but just to kind of send an update now that they've gotten a little bit more information. There were actually a total of 6 people shot. 4 people passed away, including the shooter. Evidently there was a Good Samaritan who was carrying a handgun, who it was legal and everything, but saw it happening, and so he just shot at the shooter and killed him in order to try to prevent this, because the guy evidently had over 100 rounds of ammunition on him. And so thankfully, I mean, the whole situation, there's nothing thankful about the situation. However, the situation could have been a whole lot worse had that Good Samaritan not been carrying his gun. And even though it's not supposed to be permitted into the mall, he evidently had it on him anyway, which is a whole other thing that I'm not honestly worried about. So I guess it's a good thing that he did have that, because it did prevent, probably a lot more loss of life and a lot more injuries. And oh my gosh, so many prayers go out to the families that were affected by this. It looks like, from what I can see, that the victims mainly were in one family. After the shooter did what he did, figured out who it was, his apartment was literally right down the street. They had to call in a bomb threat and evacuate his apartment complex, because when police and FBI went in there, they found a butane tank or something in his oven. So they had to declare that like a bomb threat. So it was a cluster last night. That that part I didn't even know about till this morning. I was just mainly concerned, obviously, that there was none of my family or people that I knew, nobody was at the mall last night, and trying to make sure everybody was okay. So it was a little stressful for about 20 minutes trying to figure that out. So like I said, I've said this before, I don't know what the solution is to the problem, but there needs to be a solution of some sort. I don't know if it's mental health. I think that's probably part of it. We need better mental health facilities, mental health care in this country. I think that that's really lacking, and I've said that for a while. And again, gun control, you hate to say, gun control to some extent, I should say. I think you should be able to carry hunting and things like that, whatever. And again, if the person, I'm not I don't do anything with guns. I don't like guns. They scare me. But, in that situation, had that person not had a gun, that whole outcome could have been 10 times worse than what it already is. Again, so I don't know what the solution to the problem is, but I just basically want to send out a lot of prayers to the families involved for healing and comfort through all of this, because I can't imagine what they're going through. So anyway, hello, welcome to the vlog, not really a vlog, it's a vlog. And yeah, that's about it for today. I was just sitting here getting ready to go to bed and got alerted that there's an active shooter at the mall. And evidently, from what it sounds like, I have a scanner I listened to, and I listened to it. It sounds like there's been like 12 people injured. And of course, then rumors start flying on Facebook, because I'm looking everywhere on Facebook to find out what is going on. And it sounds like maybe possibly 4 have passed or died. I don't know if that's true or not. That could just be hearsay. But I can't get a hold of my mom or my brother. And I don't think they would be around the mall. I definitely don't think they'd be in the mall by any means. I'd be really surprised if they were, but it still makes me nervous that they don't answer. Like, I can't get either one of them to answer. So I don't know. I'm just a little on the nervous side. So they've got like, and the mall from where I live at is, I mean, literally 5 minutes up the road, like five minutes up the road. I don't think they've found whoever did this yet. They're looking. But I don't know. It's just so scary. I'm like, that's way entirely too close to home. But like, I'm sitting here deciding like if I should just go over to my mom's. And again, I live like 7 minutes from my mom. And part of me is like, that's stupid, because I don't think that she would be there like now. And nor do I think my brother would, because it's not something they would really do unless they were like went out to eat someplace like around the mall. I don't know. I'm just in like the biggest dilemma right now, and this is where my anxiety probably goes on to overdrive more so than it probably should, but it does, because again, then I start thinking like the worst. And like I said, to be all honesty, 99.9% of me thinks things are fine. My mom's phone's probably just charging. That I'd go over there and she'd be like, what are you doing? But there's still that possibility that she could have been around there, or my brother could have, and I just want to make sure that they're okay. So I don't know. I may end up, and it's pouring. The weather is terrible. But for my own peace of mind, I may just drive over there and see if they're okay. Ugh. All right, so for my own peace of mind, I'm just going to drive over there. I know it's stupid, and again, it's probably just overreacting, but I don't want to take any chances on that. Like I said, that will just be my peace of mind. Hopefully she's there and she's like, what are you doing here? So you're being ridiculous, and I'm fine with that. But I just want to make sure. They're just saying now that they're giving information if you're still in the mall and people are hiding, like to come out, and everything, and they're trying to get the music stopped, and they're still just doing once-overs to make sure. I don't know if they've found whoever this is who did this. I have no idea. I haven't heard. I've been listening to the police scanner, so I have no clue if they've found the shooter or not. So, and that's a little scary. Hopefully they have. They've gotten whoever they need to. And again, prayers to those who were injured, who were there and injured. And I really hope it's nobody I know. Like, I hope there's nobody there I know. And to be honest, I mean, and the sad part is, it seems like there's just a lot of kids in there. So hopefully, like, a lot of teenagers. I mean, I did that when I was a teenager. I always went to the mall. Not much else you can do at 14, 15, and 16. It's not like you can go to any place else. So I always hung out at the mall or went to, you know, like the movies. That was about the only couple things that I did. So, you know, the local hospital that's 2 minutes from the mall is on lockdown right now. So you just pray for all of those people injured. Pray that they're okay. Pray that there isn't any fatalities, and then that one is just a rumor. What's surprising me is that the news hasn't picked it up yet. I mean, it's a pretty major event. Like, there's at least, I think, from what I counted listening to the scanner, because I used to do EMS work before I work in what I work in now, and they were triaging injured, and of the people they've transferred to the local hospitals here, there was at least 12 people I know of. Some are really, some are critical, and I think there was at least, that I counted, 4 or 5 that are critical. And then the rest are injured but okay, or expected. They're non-life-threatening injuries. So you're talking like 12, 13 people that have got shot, and the news still has not figured that out yet, and it's like all over the place. I'm surprised that they didn't cut in, but they haven't as of yet, so that surprises me too. All the fire trucks and ambulances are over there, staged by the Dick's. The mall is obviously shut down. Just so you know, there's a movie theater right there too. But yeah, they've got the mall obviously shut down. You can't go in. All you can do is come out. People are arriving, asking police, I'm sure, what's going on. There's all the police and ambulances. That is a staging area where they're having all the people meet out there. There's police. I have never seen, I think our entire police department is literally all at the mall. And the funny thing is, I almost went to Dave & Buster's like yesterday. Even thought about it today, but didn't want to spend the money to go to Dave & Buster's. Everybody in our family is accounted for, so I think we're all good, thank God. But that's a scary few moments, one that I don't want to be in, and I'm so glad. This is so sad that this is what I've been talking about. That, again, I just talked about this over July 4th weekend with the shooting at Highland Park in Illinois. And now this is like, and you know what? You're naive to think that it's never going to happen around you, but it's unbelievably possible at this point. And it's just so flippin' scary that you have to go to the mall or you go anywhere and you have to have a contingency plan in case somebody opens fire somewhere. What would you do? And this is the prime example. I don't go to the mall too often. I mean, there's a lot of restaurants to eat at the mall. But as far as going in, I don't go that often, but I do go on the outside. There are stores on the outside area that I go into. But it's just so dang scary that that's what you have to do. Like anymore, it's just getting too common and getting, it's just so scary. Something's got to be done. It's just getting entirely too common that this happens all the time.